I can't say it enough. You got to keep your reserves. You got to keep your expenses down
Hmm.
and keep your reserves large because you're gonna need those things, right? And the first time you make $500,000, don't go out and buy yourself a Porsche or a Ferrari because you're gonna need that. I did that when I was young, and I learned later why I shouldn't have done that. That's really, and it doesn't make it sexy and it doesn't make it fun, right? But that's the reality of it. I spend to this day because of the habits that I got into over the last 25, 30 years. I can't break them. To this day, I spend such a small portion of the money that I make. I'm just constantly putting money away. I say, oh, what's the point? Right? Good question. Sometimes I ask the same question. But the point is, this is what I chose to do in my life. I like the game. I like the process. So that's really what it's about to me. It really, you know, when it
I think most
was
traders,
strictly about the money, that's when I lost money. So
I would say most traders, I think, love what they do, and that sometimes leads to your downfall because you overtrade. But most people love what they do, like I do. I love the game. I mean, that's why we're all here, and we keep talking about it and all this kind of stuff. But to your point, if you go into it under the wrong circumstances, something you love, you're gonna hate. So just get in there with the right circumstances, and maybe that means like we said, doing it on the side or waiting until you're retired and you have a nest, and then you don't want to risk your pension, but maybe you have something on the side apart from a pension that you can work with and then grow and have fun doing. I think those are the best ways to get the best out of it, rather than just trying to do it on your own at 28 years old as you're about to propose to your future wife. That's a difficult proposition.
very, very, very difficult primary source of income.
Hmm.
And think about the downside. Just like I talk about, think about the downside of each individual trade. Like you just said, think about the downside. You're 28. Okay? Well, what happens if you do this and you fail over 5 years? Well, now you're 33. It's going to be harder to get a job because you haven't worked for 5 years, right?
Hmm.
Now you got a wife. Now you got two kids. How are you going to pay for them? If you think about the downside, always focus on the downside and then let the upside take care of itself. You don't be sitting there dreaming about how you're going to be buying this huge mansion and all these beautiful cars and go on these incredible vacations. Hey, I hope you do, but dream about the nightmare, the downside. Protect your downside as much as possible.
And like you said, prove it to yourself first over a full cycle. That takes time. That's not 3 months or 9 months. A full, I mean, in the past, the economic cycles were always 4 years. That was the given, the 4 year. But that 4 or 5 years, be consistent. Can you be disciplined for 4 or 5 years?